So I wanted to respond to Shut Up and Sweet Seventeen's comment. I love that name. She wanted to know about Elon. So I got a lot to say about Elon. But I'm going to try to keep it simple and just point out some key things that I see. Okay. So with the famous salute that we had going on, I want you to look here at Chiron at 13 degrees, squaring over to his Mercury at 14 degrees. Now, with this position here, okay, he's deeply misunderstood when it comes to his communication, okay, because Chiron will represent our wounds, but it's also our superpower whenever we're able to overcome those things. And with his Mercury being in Cancer, he's very emotional when he comes to expressing himself, all right? Which to me, with the salute, that would make sense given that he has already publicly said that he is autistic. And the autistic would show up in this square, I feel, okay? Because Chiron represents the wounds. It's also in Aries, which is self, okay? Mercury rules our mind, our communication, and it's within a 1 degree orb of being an exact square. Now, I also want to show you that he has his Sun and Venus in the 12th house. Now, having that 12th house placement for him, he has a lot of karma that he has to work through in this life. And when you are a 12th house sun, or you have a lot of planets in the 12th house, you truly have to walk with integrity. And the reason being is because, 12th house suns, this is a redo, a repeat of this life. So he has to walk in integrity. And he has to stand up for what he truly believes in order for him to stay protected. Okay. And I want to explain this. And this is outside of Elon. This is outside of Trump. When I say they have to stay in integrity to remain protected, what I mean is where we are moving astrologically, where we're moving energetically, we're not going to be able to hide who we are. People are going to be able to see, feel, dream, know who you truly are. So, those that are meant to be leading the way will lose their divine protection, aka they will fall if they are not living in integrity and actually doing those soul lessons that they're meant to go through and learn and accomplish in this life. Another thing that I want to look at is the fact that his moon is in Virgo, okay? This is where moon in Virgos can be extremely analytical. Now, I also want to point out the fact that he is also a Cancer rising. So the dark MAGA statement that he has expressed, he is a high priest, okay? And I did a duet with a video a year ago on my account that I lost, and it got 1 million views. And he was breaking down what MAGA meant in Latin. And it does mean the great deceiver. It does mean witch. It does mean sorcerer. Okay. So, and I'm not saying that that is him. I'm just piecing parts of the puzzle together to show you what I see, okay, within the chart and things that has been said. Now, with this Virgo moon placement, he's going to be an extreme perfectionist, okay, whether it is in his work, whether it is in his relationships. And not only does he expect those around him to be perfectionists, okay, he holds himself at that same standard, that same caliber, okay? This can be a very intense moon placement because of Virgo being the critic. So they can be very critical, they can be very analytical. And I also want to point out the fact that he has Lilith in the third house with Uranus, Poseidon, okay? And the reason why I want to point this out is for those of you that have been following me for the last year and the collective readings that I have been putting out with what's actually coming in with the predictions that I've made, Lilith in Libra has truly been lighting the fire and lighting the way for crimes against humanity and crimes against children to be exposed. Now, this is in his third house of communication. And if you remember, he did purchase X, and he made the statement that X was not only a social media platform, but also, what did he say? It had proof of crimes. It was a crime scene. Do y'all remember that? Well, this is that aspect here, okay? And he definitely has Uranus in Libra. So this makes sense to me as to why he is very vocal, specifically on X, with the things that are just not working in our judicial systems, okay? Because we've had Lilith there collectively and the South Node bringing all of this stuff up to the surface. Now, keep in mind, the South Node is going to go through his second house. Okay, so there's going to be a lot more in a bigger role that Elon is going to play. But I want to add a couple other things, so hold. Now, when you look at his human design, I want to come here, okay? If you look at his human design, if you look here, he is a pure manifesting generator, but he is also a 3-5 martyr heretic, which means the 3-line aspect is, Elon is the type of person that will sacrifice himself for things that he believes in. That is that 3rd line of the martyr, okay? Then if you also look, he is a 3-5, which he is the heretic. Now, the heretic is people will love you or they will hate you. You will literally get burned at the stake if people do not love you. I am a 5-1, so I get it. People will project on to him what they want him to be. And this is where he's going to step up and respond in being who he truly is. Now, with his chart and looking at his human design, there is going to be Mars retrograding back into his 12th house. And I can tell you that if Elon is not fully operating in integrity and for the good of humanity, darkness is going to be brought to light, okay? And this is again my own personal opinions. I do not know him personally, okay? And this is just how I read the energy when it comes to the birth charts in the human design. So we have Lilith that's getting ready. She's close to the same degree as Elon's Lilith. So I do feel that he is going to be playing a vital role in exposing crimes against children, because that has been Lilith's role in going through Libra, okay, bringing all that darkness to light, exposing the corruption connected to children, human trafficking, things like that, all right? And as long as he stays on track with where he's at, he's going to continue to have that divine protection in order to build what it is that we're building. Again, with that Chiron squaring his Mercury, people are going to misunderstand him. It's in his chart. All right. I hope this answers your question. And if there's any other things that you'd like to see, let me know. Bye.